All right, Power of Words experiment. This is day 8. So we started not yesterday, but the Monday before. So we have our 3 positive jars and we have our 3 negative jars. And so if you remember 8 days ago, we took a spoonful of rice and we put it in each jar, and then we put a label on the jar, and then we just sort of watched to see what would happen. And the theory is that the words that we use, whether positive or negative, have an extremely creative or destructive force on the object that we assign them to. So that we ought to be very careful with our words. So let's look. All right, forgiveness. This rice, it has one of the kernels, a couple of the kernels have a little speck starting to come up, like a little black spot on the end of the rice, but it's incredible, honestly, that the rice looks really beautiful still. And I should mention that I meant to take this to my office today, but had a class across town, so it actually sat in an 86-degree car all day long. Food for thought. Okay, and then we got the love jar. This rice is absolutely gorgeous. It's really steamy in there, so it's kind of hard to see, but this rice has 0 discoloration. It's incredible, honestly. The rice looks just about like it did the first day I put it in there. I mean, it's just clear white. It's still loose. There's no mold, no discoloration. It's incredible. All right, and then the next one is this peace and joy. And this rice also looks really good. It's not as white looking as the love rice, but it doesn't have any discoloration yet. So it's just like a slightly yellow maybe. So it doesn't have any moldy looking spots yet. And it's still moving around very well in the jar. Okay, and then we have the arguing rice. Maybe that's not as strong. This is like the least of the negatives. And so it's starting to stick together. It's a little yellowish and starting to get a little bit moldy, but for the most part it's not so bad. Okay, now this is where it really starts getting disgusting. So the fighting jar is, you know, it started out, it's really hard to see in there with all the condensation that's building up, but you can kind of see all that white matter. That's like fur, and the rice is all sort of matted and furry. It's been sort of matted together since the beginning. Like you can see, it won't, like when you turn the jar around, like the rice is just all kind of clumped together. And its color is totally different than the other rice. It's sort of pink and yellow. Yeah, so it's pretty disgusting too. That's the fighting rice. So as we can see, that arguing is pretty bad, but fighting is much worse than arguing. Okay, now for the mother lode. This is the hatefulness jar, and this is the nastiest. Unrecognizable clump of moldy, discolored goo. We have some really dark black furry stuff, hot pink, white mold, and then this I believe this was where it originally started molding. This is only day 8, and like it's liquefying, if you can see. I mean, there's so much going on in here, so many different kinds of mold. Like you can see it. It's really gross. And you know, bear in mind, all of this rice was put into jars on the exact same day. It's been all kept at the exact same temperature, and so that's just like literally the difference between the words. That's like literally the only thing different. If you know, interesting to me is that these more friendly words even are producing less condensation. Side theory, humidity's evil, just saying. But anyway, so yeah, so that's day 8. Like, I can't imagine what day 30 is gonna look like. All right, peace out.